Okay, a stereo run of a Superior sleeper cache. This is a Superior sleeper. So there's a hyperflux generator to enter the site. There is no penalty for failure. If you fail it, you do get a 2-minute timer to complete, but when that timer expires, there is no penalty. It just disappears, the site despawns. You've missed out on all of the profit. This is the first can you should hack upon entry, the dentist storage depot. You can begin in this room here, or the other side of this strange rift here. If you are in the other side of this strange rift here, that is to say you can't see the solar ray observational unit in your overview, just take the strange rift you are beside. Do not do anything else if you're in the other room, okay? So this is the room you should begin in. If you're in any other room, just take the strange rift you're nearby and you'll end up here. Approach the dentist storage depot and complete it. Completing the dentist storage depot will cause the site to despawn and ensure your safety. Unless they have combat probes, they're not finding you, which is fabulous. It's a simple hack. You can fail it as many times as you like, and there's no penalty for failing it. Grab whatever you get from the can and move on to the next hack. So as you can, wait, it hasn't happened yet. Well, in a second it should despawn from the list over here. I don't know why it isn't. Anyway, second hack, solar ray observational unit. Until you complete this hack, this gas cloud here does a huge amount of damage and will kill an astero very quickly. A larger ship may be able to tank it, but an astero cannot. So be very careful not to enter into this gas cloud. So complete this hack here. It's a pretty trivial hack. I can't remember if there's a penalty for failing it off the top of my head. It's been such a long time since I failed one, so I don't actually know. It's not a hard hack though, for sure. You get through it and you loot the can. This is a data hack, but you still loot it. You get a ray modulate disc. This goes in one of 4 containers: the infrared alignment unit, the gamma alignment unit, or the radio alignment unit down here. Okay, you reach this unit by taking this strange rift here. This strange rift will connect up to this one, and you get to this radio link. Oh shit. Okay. Anyway, you get the unit, alignment unit, and you match it up. This one is infrared, if I can find it. And so you just match it with that, and so that one's the infrared can when I get in range, and infrared alignment, infrared ray. Double check it's correct. If it's incorrect, you will die if you go into this gas cloud, and there's no way to recover from that, so you'll just move into the next room. In that case, if you've done it correctly, it will say that. Even if you've done it wrong, it will say that. However, if you've done it wrong, after about 15 seconds, it will say that it's destabilizing, and that's your warning to get the fuck out before you die. You have to warp as soon as you see that message. If you see it, you will not survive. Okay, you may be able to get a can out, but you have to get out of the gas cloud immediately. Under this condition, the gas cloud will do a manageable amount of damage. This fit has just a damage control and no other damage mods fitted, although the astero has a 4% per level to armor resistances, and the damage under the astero is quite manageable with a single small armor repairer. Just keep an eye on it. Cycle the armor repairer when you need to. It's helpful to have it on a hotkey. I have it on Z for myself, but you can have it on whatever key you prefer. F1 might be nice for you. Make sure that you're kept topped off, just in case, because that gives you more buffer for if you fail to pay attention and you get a little close to the edge. Grab all the items from all the cans and move on to the next one. Be careful about your capacitor. Make sure not to leave your micro warp drive running, because you will run out of cap if you do, and running out of cap means you're going to die if you don't warp off pretty fucking fast. If you warp off, ensure you bookmark before you warp off so you can walk back into the site. Even if it's despawned, if you have a bookmark on a site, you can walk back to it. Complete these hacks as I've said, and just grab all the loot from them. They can be very profitable. I've had 200 mil from a single can in this type of site before, so yeah, it can definitely pay well. And that's not even including blueprint value, although there is still the potentiality to be absolutely crap, like that can, which was literally worthless. You can see that the site has despawned now, and normally it's a little faster than that. I don't know why that one took a while. It must have not despawned on the first can for some reason, I don't know, but normally it just despawns on the first can and it's super fast. Anyway, continue hacking the site. This room is pretty simple. The mine room is supposedly completable in an astero, however I have not done it and I would not recommend trying it. I know for a fact that this room, the Superiour room and the Sentry room are completable in an astero, and those are the two rooms I normally do if I run a Superiour super cache. You can make good money doing them, and as a relatively safe enterprise, yeah, it's nice. A lot of people don't try the super caches because they know that they're dangerous, but they're really not dangerous with a properly fitted and equipped ship. I've been considering using a malediction to run them because a malediction can provide the necessary tank with the same resistance based bonus as the astero, as well as damage control, insta warp. You can get one fitted really nice. The only problem is that your damage done in the hacks, you will only have 30 damage with the Tech 2 analyzer. I use a Zugama, which is a Tech 2 integrated analyzer, which means it's both virus and data, relic and data. I do this more for slot convenience than anything else, although it does have higher coherence than a regular Tech 2 analyzer, which is helpful on occasional hacks. That was pretty crap, actually. That was super crap. And then, no, that was the wrong one. That's the one we want. Then you find this strange rift, the one which is furthest from the Superiour without being miles away. And that's the one you want to take. This one leads to that one leads to this one. You want to take that one there. And you just want to make sure you're topped off. Being topped off doesn't matter for the site itself. It's just a convenience. Means that you're topped off if anything happens in like another site or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, the Sentry room. So you can start in this room rather than the other one. You can also start down the end of the other one, but if you start in this one, you'll warp into this location right on the beacon. Just take the strange rift into the other room. The other room is much more consistent to complete. And if you fail this room, you can catastrophically fail it and destroy your ship. So it's much better to do the other one first. So while I'm doing this hack, I like to line it up with this unit here, because once you complete this hack, you'll want to approach this unit here. And the reason for that is because once this hack is completed, this sentry right here will be converted into a friendly sentry and start shooting at these guys, and these guys will start shooting at him. So you need to hack the repair station so that he is healed and these guys aren't, which means that he will live and these guys won't.
Sorry, you need to dust that.
Anyway, oh, okay, so when you get this guy up, you want to make sure that you're lined up so that you're ready to double click in space right near this guy. You want to get your MWD turned on ready, and you want to click, double click, get off and unlock him, start locking him, and approach him. You want to double click in space rather than just approaching, because as soon as that hack's completed, this thing explodes, which means that if you lock him, then your lock will break and it's pointless. So now you just need to complete this as fast as possible. Speed is the most important thing here. There's no penalty for failing it, but there is a penalty if you don't complete it in time, if you understand me. So you have unlimited attempts, but failing to complete it within time means that your sentry dies. My sentry just got it completed, and now you'll see that he gets wrecked and the other guy has just died. Now this bit is it's boring. There's no two ways about that. You just have to wait for all the fucking sentries to die, and there's like a gazillion of them, so it takes ages. I will say, one time when I was very new to the game, I actually failed this hack, but what I did was I just rammed in to do this like normally, and I was orbiting a can with my MWD on, and I blew up the plasma chambers, and it caused like a chain self-destruct on the rest of them. I don't know how it happened. I'm very unclear on the mechanics of it, but I did not succeed the hacks, and somehow all the sentry towers died. So I still have no idea what the hell happened there, and I'm not planning on repeating it in my astero right now because I've got a fuckload of money in my cargo code. Some of the blueprints are worth money, some of them are worth nothing. That one is probably worth literally nothing. Let's see. 5 millisk, yeah. The warp scram is worth a little bit, 25. The tachyons are probably pretty. 10 more. But yeah, some of these are worth a lot. Polarized torps, they're worth a lot. But yeah, Jita price 50 mil. And make sure you check in Jita price because other prices can be very misleading. But yeah. Alright, you wait for these guys to die. Also, here's an interesting thing. One time, I succeeded this hack the same tick that this guy died, and then the rest of them died anyway. No idea how. There was nothing doing damage to them, they just sort of faded. But yeah, weird. Oh man, I missed that. That was funny. Oh, that means one of these is a data site. Maybe it's a good one. Let's scan them down while I'm bored. All data sites spawn within 4 AU of a celestial object. So you can just start with 4 AU default scan. That's level 1 data, so it's worthless. And I remember this one being a combat site, so I'll just do broad smoke. You always want to be using the pinpoint formation because the spread formation is terrible. It's ineffective at anything. Yeah, the fact that got that scanned implies it's trash. Yeah. I should have covered that all in my relic scanning vid, which, if you're seeing this, you probably have seen. But yeah, just do all these hacks. Good hacks. Make sure to turn off your MWD before you start doing these ones, because if you have your MWD on and you go too close to the plasma chambers, they'll pop, and they probably won't kill an astero, but they might kill something a little less tanky than an astero. And it's not... You don't want to test your tank, if you get me. You do not want to test your tank when you got some loot in your cargo or whatever, you know. Oh, level 2, worthless, cool. Let's see, nothing. Oh, this site's terrible. I promise I normally get more than this.
I love the house. I love that, yeah. What the fuck?
Alright.
Terrifying. The problem with a house like this is that you can't ever relax because emotionally you're always on high alert. You've got all sorts of colour around you.
that's not a bad can.
No,
So the nicer cans have the highest potential outcome, but they all have the same potential minimum outcome. So they can all be worthless, but some of them can have more maximum outcome for you. But yeah, this is just pretty simple. You hack all the cans, then you're done with the site if you're just doing the standard run for a frigate. You can do this in other frigates. You don't need much tank. If you're not running an astero or a ship with a bonus per level to tank, then you will want a energized adaptive nanomembrane or a refuge adaptive nanoplating of some kind. You should experiment on how much you can tank before your before your cap wears a bit thin. But yeah, I tend to find that this fits really solid, and my current fit's insta warp, which is nice. It's pretty. Let me just enable show passive modules. It's just nanos crap. No rigs or anything for anything but speed. The speed is nice in sites because it makes sure you're getting the maximum amount of money. Good moolah. Don't bother locking the hyperflux, that's only for doing the archive room, and the archive room is undoable in anything other than a bling ass Loki, which I am obviously not flying.
oh my god.
It would be nice if I could do it, but it's not worth hitting my normal ticks by flying a bling ass Loki just for the sake of super caches that don't spawn that often, if you understand me.
I love this.
The firewall signal lamps are literally worthless.
They just work.
I'm 90% sure. Yeah, you're probably better off if you train production skills to be able to produce this crap on your own. Because a lot of it's worthless to you, but probably not worthless
But they thought it would be really cool.
to someone else.
He said that it was they got a lower offer. They put in a lower offer, but they got the temple.
Why?
Because the Masons like their idea of doing this crazy shit.
Oh.
So probably other people had more normal ideas, and they just were like, no, we want to do it.
But yeah. Come on. There we go. Nothing.
No.
That was terrible. I still made like 50 mil from it, plus something in blueprints, but not great at all. Pretty terrible. Anyway.